Do you find it difficult to peg the highs and the lows of Bitcoin? Well, trading is both an art and a science, and a scientific tool that can really help you is a momentum indicator. It measures the rate of change, and when the rate of change is slowing down, it can often coincide with a local high that can last a number of weeks. So we are going to check out a momentum indicator on a weekly time frame on Bitcoin to show you how you can use it to project a local top, and you can anticipate sideways to down movements, and also the reverse is true. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and let's dive straight into Bitcoin. We are currently on a weekly chart with Bitcoin, and what we have on the chart is simple price data and a momentum indicator. Now, I've simplified the momentum indicator in a dashboard, which we're going to talk about in a second, but really I just want to talk about these red and blue lines. What they do is called the stochastics RSI. It's one of my favorites. It measures the rate of change, the way the price is accelerating and decelerating. And what you'll notice, if you look very carefully, if you look at the November top, this was November 2021. And what you'll notice is look at where the blue line crosses below the red. Even in fact, let me just make it even more obvious by moving it up like this so you can just see it a bit clearer. The blue line crosses below the red and it coincides with the top. So what we're looking for is a confluence of events momentum indicator that marries up nicely with price. So there's particular settings that work better than others, and is individual to the chart, is unique to the chart, because every chart is different and the buying and selling behavior is different. So then we had these two tops over here, this one and this one in particular, but look at a weekly momentum indicator. You can see it's coinciding quite nicely to give us valuable information in advance that we should be expecting a top and then the price continued to the downside. We had this crossover over here and then the price continued to the downside. We had this crossover over here and then the price made a massive move to the downside. So what I want to bring to your attention is, where is the current weekly momentum? Well, if we look at the chart, we can see that the blue and the red line is called overbought. What that means is over this line over here. And as we can see from the past areas where it was overbought, what we can see is that is really valuable information for us. So what does it tell us? What does it mean in reality? What it means in reality is we should anticipate that Bitcoin is running out of steam, local, like in terms of the short term. And based on the previous time that the blue line has gone below the red, it has given us these tops. So what should we anticipate? And it might still be another 1 or 2 weeks, right? So then you can drop down to a daily chart to get a bit more precise, that we should expect some type of movement over the next 1 or 2 weeks of sideways to down. So the upside should be limited, and then we should anticipate sideways to down. And that's the way we created this dashboard. What we said is the bigger trend, and we've set it as the weekly, is strong overbought, and the upside is limited. And it's basically because of this. And there's another filter on this as well. But the smaller trend, which is the daily chart, is still bull uptrend, which means when that one also makes its next reversal to the downside, and you can drop to a lower time frame, what this box will say over here is consider selling or consider taking profits. So that is the same thing, because what we should anticipate is the overall trend has been down. Now, even though the markets are quite exciting right now, we've seen this surge in price, but we cannot ignore this piece of information because it has been really consistent and reliable in the past. So if you want to check out the Trend Identifier dashboard, £1, 30 days, it's a really powerful tool. I've also created some training on how you can best use it with your current strategies, because if you can combine it with pattern position, price ratios, and whatever else that you currently use, it can help take your trading to the next level. So let's finish today with a quote. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Momentum, powerful, very powerful tools. There's actually thousands of momentum indicators, but my favorite by far is the stochastics RSI, because it's really clear, blue and red lines, and when they cross over, it gives you valuable information. So let's finish on a quote. We're going to go with chapter number 8. It is Henry Ford. I start every chapter. By the way, you can download my book for free as well. You get massive value from this, especially when it comes to mindset. So Henry Ford, he said, "It has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste." So it's all about purposeful practice Rome weren't built in a day. Everything is difficult before it's easy. So if you can really factor in momentum into your current strategy, it can be a powerful additional piece of information to get a higher edge in your favor.